Faith, you always look so nice. That's caught on YouTube now.
Okay. Was the instrumentals doing well today? Everybody.
My little lock.
Welcome to Kansas and the wind.
Very shrill. No idea. Oh, online. I just know he's got to wait for a letter from the bottom. I don't care. I don't know what that's true. I'll just have to go tap. You know, he has a little like sheet outside the class. What? He has like a sheet, you know, sometimes outside the class and sign up. So I'm assuming he'll put my name on there somewhere. Yeah. I'll go for it. You didn't have to compare anything, right? You didn't have to compare anything because I signed peanut butter on myself. We didn't have to put in random places at random. I didn't think so. But like, because I have a it's a Ross kid. Yes. Who needs peanut butter every morning when I peanut butter is worth. Yeah, I do that. I'm not. And then she's not good at. Then she's like sad that I'm leaving. She's happy that she's getting peanut butter. Thank you. You know, you gotta train them. And her hook toy, or her car toy, or her other toy, or her other toy. Oh my god. No, my friend has never said that to me. It's a funny one, but.
Hey folks, class times that I call labs are essentially that. It's a time for you to just try some things out, and that's what today is. And as you can see, we have a new guest, an upright piano. The same one that I showed you on that video for those of you that watched it. And I'd like you to lead your warm-ups from in front of that piano. And how much you use it is up to you, or how little you use it is up to you. But I showed how it could be done on that video. And there's some, there's some compromises that we put up with as a teacher. I mentioned the alignment issue isn't quite as good. It takes a little bit more effort to show your students, okay, I'm not going to play, from this position or that. But what we're dealing with in this particular exercise is reality. I mean, you're not going to have probably a professional pianist to play for every one of your classes, and you're probably going to be doing a lot of reading from a keyboard in some way. And so rather than pretend that that's not an issue, let's just incorporate it. That's the idea here. So we're skipping the first two, as you know, the first two categories of warm-up, and we're just starting with whatever breath exercise you feel comfortable leading. Maybe none, but you'll lead one. And then go through phonation and resonance at least. So, for instance, that would be something maybe you get the inner space to expand a little bit, and then you do whatever singing you did through that expanded space, so that your singers experience a little more resonance, a little more complement of overtones, high and low overtones. That's really what resonance enhancement is. So this isn't, we're not looking for a done deal. We're not looking for, you're not being evaluated other than it's a chance to try some things out and play your sequencing, getting through those various exercises. I may have caused a little confusion because I used a couple of things in each category when I was giving you some of those examples. And you only have to use one activity in each of those categories. And even if you do a little bit more than that, that's okay. Today is just trying stuff out. So who's a great one? Wow, Faith. She's ready to go.
All right, everybody, if you could all stand up. So we're going to start with breath today. Make sure that you have a good support. You want your feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back, and we're going to act as though we're breathing through a straw, but we're not going to hold that breath. It's in and out, okay? So take your straw up to your face. Ready? And we're just going to breathe in for 4, straight out for 4. Okay, ready? And in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Again, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. All right, you can throw away your straw. And now we're going to do some little staccato breaths. We're going to go in for 4 again, but this time when we're going out, you're going to go okay? So let's breathe in for 4, ready, and in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, again, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now we're going to hum in 2. We're going to start. Make sure you're really moving that jaw around so that you can get rid of any tension that's in there. Okay. Ready? And go up a half step. Up again. And up one more time. Great. We're going to move on to, we're going to do ding, dong, ding. And if you've ever seen a masquerade mask, we're really going to want to feel it in the mask of our face. So we'll start. Ding, dong, ding. And we're going to go up. Ready? And ding, dong, ding. Ding, dong, ding. Ding, dong, ding.
dong, ding. Ding dong, ding. Ding dong, ding. Ding dong, ding.
Great. All right, so now I want you to pretend that it's really warm outside and you're going to play frisbee golf. So everybody take a frisbee in whichever hand you like, and we're going to go. Oh, and make sure that you're switching arms so that your arms don't get tired. All right, ready, and up again. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, David. Well, go ahead and sit down, everyone. So, today I just want to do some real brief comments about everybody, and you can all, you can all come up with comments just based on participation. I mean, what did that feel like? What was really clear to you? What was a little confusing to you? And so let's start with that. What are just some general ideas about clarity in that and the exercise itself? Anything, yeah.
I thought you did really good. I liked the exercises and I liked how you introduced them. And I felt like you were clearly demonstrating that, and I think the demonstration was like, one thing that I kind of struggled with was the pitches sometimes. I feel like if you create a sense of rhythm between each exercise, that might help.
Yeah, I agree. So setting up, for instance, if we went bum 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 bum, so there was a corporate rhythm and there was no guesswork as to where that next pitch started. Yeah, the ideas that were really good. I mean, you followed the steps really well. What was there anything? And it's not that I want to dwell on all the stuff that everybody could have done better, but that's the thing that we want to figure out from the standpoint of, okay, you're a participant. Whenever every one of you gets up here, we're the choir. So where are the steps? Where was the point at which you kind of left the experience? Like, I don't know what to do. Was there any other place? Yeah.
I would say on that last exercise, it wasn't very clear where you wanted us to breathe at or how much time there would be for breathing in there. So like Emma suggested, adding that little spot where you give the next pitch gives us that little spot to breathe.
Yeah, so another way to say the rhythmic thing. The instructions were like so clear though that nobody could not figure out. I think we want to start to eliminate the now we're going to what we're going to do, and then we explain that, because you could save 30 seconds on all of that, but just kind of doing it and showing us. Next. Maybe I'll just go to my list.
I tried.
Who wants to go?
And do we need to sanitize the piano in between? Or
What's that?
do we need to sanitize the piano in between? Or?
Yeah, we probably do. What is it something about that? Sanitize the piano.
And everybody, please stand. All right. We're going to breathe in for 4, out for 4, and in 4, out 2. In 4, out 1. In 4, out 2 again. In 4, out 4. And this time in 4, out 8. Do your best. Oh no!
Oh, no!
So this time with some more inner space inside.
Oh, no!
Excellent. Now like a ghost. Oh no! Okay.
Oh, no!
Oh no. And
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh,
good. And now. Oh, 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 oh. And.
We're gonna go through this with you, and you just go ahead and sit down. So, a couple of comments here about that, yeah.
This is something I think we all struggle with sometimes because there's so much to think about when we're singing, when we're leading warm up, when we're doing anything. So like, don't beat yourself up about this. But like sometimes we really need to focus on zeroing in on those pitches because if we don't demonstrate right, a younger audience isn't gonna do the warm up right. You know what I mean? So just like making sure that those pitches are really zeroed in on, I think is really good.
Yeah, and that goes too with sort of anything they hear, which is why we're doing this on the piano. If we play a wrong interval, or we play a wrong, rather than a half step, we go up a step or a minor third or something, or down that way, they're gonna be, you've lost them. Because as soon as they can't, figure out the pattern, they're gonna make up their own pattern. I mean, they're just gonna start singing random pitch, and of course, we don't want that to happen. Yeah, that's good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's really good. This is just like a teaching thing. I think when you're kind of singers like this, or like music people, like we know like what you want when you say ho ho ho, right? But when you get in front of like I taught third grade for a while, when you get in front of a third grade class and you do that, they're gonna be so confused. And they're not trying to be difficult with you, but they need like such explicit directions and work with them because they just don't have the same capacity that we do. They're just like they take everything so literally, and they're like, oh no, what is he saying oh no about? Like, this is just my experience. So they're not trying to be difficult, they're just like, they just don't understand. So just being really, really clear with them is going to be helpful when you go teach.
Yeah, that's great. A simple, listen to what I say. Now let's do that together, or repeat after me, or something like that, rather than, what's so funny about you saying third graders, camera out of singers. A group of octogenarians, it would be the same thing. It's really any human being, because even I knew what Brian wanted, but there was
especially like setting up our space. Because I know that when after the breathing and setting up our space, after that I was noticeably singing differently because the space was already set up. So I think you did a really good job with that. With the breathing, like I knew exactly what you wanted, but I think it would have been nice for you to like give us a breath or like a count to go in. So, oh, now we start. Oh, now we breathe out. Just for some of us who are challenged countingly.
We're all challenged in the morning anyway.
Yes.
And all your classes will be.
I did really like your sequence when you started with setting up the space for oh no and then taking oh no. Like even if there was maybe confusion about it, I really liked how we said oh no and then you applied it immediately into the exercise, into the resonation exercise. I thought that was really good.
Next. All right, next. What are we gonna do after COVID? We just won't have these sounds.
No distance.
All right, everyone stand with me. And I know it's not a part of it, but I just want to do a quick little job. Just get our bodies a little relaxed. All right. Now imagine we're at McDonald's and we grab the smallest straw there, like a little coffee straw. Take a super small breath through it. Ready? And out. Now we're gonna take that straw and flick it over to the side. Now grab the regular like soda straw. It's a bit bigger now, so we have to open up a little more, okay? Take another breath. And out. Same thing, flick it to the side. Now imagine you have a big boy straw, one for the milkshake. It's huge. So open your mouth a lot and make sure you feel all that openness. Take a breath. And out. Take it and just, yeah. And now we're gonna walk in. We're gonna walk back home from McDonald's, have a good time. We just ate a nice Big Mac meal. And we get into our house and we go, I smell mom's cookies. Now take a nice breath in and go, One more time. Now in D flat. But really feel how everything aligns up together, all the openness of your throat, the back of your head. All right. One more. Now rub your belly because you just finished eating like a dozen cookies. Now we're feeling a little sleepy right now. So begin to take a nice yawn. Oh. Now, if everyone feel how much more open that is, do one more yawn. You feel the cold air at the back of your throat? You should be feeling that. And now, with that, we're going to be going in C. And we're going to go mi, me, ma, mo, mu. And just take your finger with me and point forward as you do it. Ready? And mi, me, breathing, your throat open. Ready? And. Yeah, sounds a lot better. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. Legs, everything. Now, we're going to go into nice C major again. We're going to go da ba da ba da ba da ba da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da.
Okay, good on everybody. So, what are some comments about that? What were your experiences?
So we all knew we were talking about soft palate, but same thing that was brought up earlier. If you get with the right group, like maybe 7th grade, 8th grade, maybe even early high school, they might not know what that is. You might have to give a little more explanation.
Kayla.
I love like the sequence you used for your exercises. I thought was really effective. You were so comfortable. I would just say on the Mime Mama Moo exercise, I wasn't sure like your changing of the key and like the breath to come in, it was like out of time compared to like the rest of the exercise. So I was sometimes confused about when we were changing pitch, just because it was like a little out of time. But I really did love like I felt really comfortable and like relaxed while you were like warming us up.
With the soft palate as well, I think that one thing you did really, really well with that is say you should be feeling cold air on the back of your throat and like give us like actual things to feel for. Something that maybe you consider doing is like you went through all of that and then we did the Mime Mama Moo, but you didn't tell us how to apply it. And so until the very end where you're like, nah, it needs to be up and open. So maybe say, all right, and now we're going to feel that cold air on the back of our throat as we breathe in and sing this, or something like that.
You know, there's an interesting phenomenon that occurs in every choir, and I thought you did great. I really thought that the sequencing was right on. That, like has already been said, that you were comfortable. It seemed like you were leading the class in a natural way. It wasn't put on, and I think that's, you know, it didn't sound like you were reading a list of things. You took us through, and the imagination was really the go to McDonald's and all that stuff was just right on. We were also holding our tummies too. I mean, even when we were doing other graphs, so I thought that was really. But there's that phenomenon that occurs in a choir when, and it occurs in mine every beginning of every semester, especially at the beginning of the year when you got new singers, and that is that there's a cadre of people that know your routine. You know, that sort of know your routine because there's usually going to be some philosophy that you as the teacher have, and you, whether it's movement or whether it's we do this or that. And I noticed that some of you were like looking around going, okay, what's this pointing stuff? Like all of this, and it was like, but there's a teaching factor that happens in your classroom, that the veterans teach the newer students. And that if you have a group of people doing something, just an awareness, it's not like part of your techniques. I was just being aware of that today. That sometimes I notice that when I'm teaching, that even if I explain things to such a hyper degree, the new people don't maybe still have a clue about what I'm talking about until they do it. And they have that reinforcement. There would be total chaos if all of the people were brand new. But because there's those returning students, sometimes that helps. I just was noticing that, you know, Sean, you look blue. What the heck is this? Okay, here
Well,
I
I was
go.
trying to figure out if you were like, sometimes you do every other hand.
I know, there's just too much to think about. And I encounter that too when I'm watching my own students, so that's okay. The point is, none of us are gonna do this perfectly. And none of the activities, for instance, if you were all brand new to me and I got up here and tried to give you a perfect instruction, perfect lesson, it's like there's gonna be some people that will come up after class and say, what in the heck did you mean by that? I mean, just be prepared for that, is what I mean in your own teaching. It's the sequencing and the comfort. That's what we're trying to get people to feel like, you know. Kids can read us if we're really tense. Kids can read us if we're really fake. And so that, from that standpoint, I thought was really good. So, and again, I want to consider us all, you know, we're all together in this, but for those of you with less vocal experience, did you find Nick easy to follow? Generally? Yeah. So, because that was easy to follow, some of the concepts will come after. It's like a concept where you say, do it and define it later. Don't label things right out of the gates, but just have the experience. And so, I think that was a good example. All right, next. This would make a good warm-up too, just listening. Sean, you should try something, because you prepared something. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All is fine. Okay, let's all stand up. And just think it out for a second. And I want us all to take a nice deep breath in with your nose, like you're smelling your favorite pizza or favorite comfort food that your mom or grandma used to make when you're having a bad day. We're gonna go in for 4 and then out for 4. So in, 2, 3, 4, out. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. So we're doing the same thing, but this time we're gonna go coming out. So in through your nose and then coming out. We'll do 2 rounds of 4 again. We'll go in, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. And then take one more nice deep breath and feel everything open. So. And then we're gonna take a flower, your favorite flower. I don't know what your favorite flower is, but whatever your favorite, nice big fresh flower from a garden, and feel everything open up. You're taking a really big deep breath in. Just take it in for 4 and out for 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. And throw that flower away and get a new flower. And this time we're going to still breathe in on 4, but we're going to go on out. We'll do 4. In 4 out 4. Does that make sense? Okay. In, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. And then throw your flower away. And think of how open everything is. And it feels open, and I like Nick's visualization of kind of feeling the cold air in the back of your throat, which you wouldn't normally feel if it wasn't so open. And now I'm going to go
questions there with Sean's exercises?
I really liked how you kind of included 3 and 4 into the same exercise, and I feel like it was a lot easier to apply principle 3 to principle 4 because it was in the same exercise, and so I thought that was awesome. Okay.
Yeah, we were already open before we started singing, and then your second instruction just added, it reinforced the idea, okay, we're kind of starting open, because we didn't start like this.
Yeah.
You had us already, yeah, I agree.
So I thought the flow was really good and I liked the sequence that you chose, but I was a little unsure where you wanted us to read in between the exercises. So it kind of felt like we were just zipping between without a spot to read.
Your breathing exercises were wonderful, and I thought it was a great warm-up. It did start to feel a little bit like a band warm-up to me. So it's just in four, out four, in four, out four.
Yeah.
Instantly just go, 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 like band does, instead of taking our time to readjust and then get back into breathing.
Yeah, that's a good point, because, you can apply the stuff that you already know like you did, and then expand it into, okay, what are, like Nick was saying, what's the sensation? Because everybody in the room has lungs, everybody in the room has the same physiology or similar physiology. So, in singing, as we're finding out, or you already know if you're a singer, it's the exhalation through tone that is the big deal. Because everybody in this room, and every student I've ever taught, especially young ones, it's holding, maintaining, I guess is a better word, the open space on exhalation making sound. So it's like, this is easy. Everybody can do it, but as soon as I have superpowers when I breathe in, and then I go back to this. I mean, that's what kids do. They, I mean, it is silly and it's funny, but that is, and so getting that image, you help, your imagery helps alleviate that to some degree, because you started with openness with the flower and everything. And then you reminded it. But yeah, I also thought that I too was questioning, okay, where do I breathe?
Yeah.
But then it became rhythmically obvious. And so it was different than maybe I would have played it, but I figured it out after one repetition. I could follow you. I mean, it was inevitable. I thought, okay, I've got it. I might make a mistake once or twice, but, so that was good. Anyway. Yeah.
I really liked the vowel that you chose for the all exercise, because I feel like it really connected everything that we've been doing. It would have made sense to start on E, because he's a little bit more closed off. Would not. I mean, you could have. But one thing you might consider is that you said that while you were playing, and especially with the mask on, I was like, what is she saying? So demonstrate the exercise with the piano, and then clarify what syllable you want us to sing on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I forget to do that all the time.
For the O exercise, I just needed a cue to know when to come in, because you started playing, and I was like, oh, we're going. But I thought your imagery with the pizza and the flowers, it was also relatable, and especially on the breathing exercise, it felt so easy. I felt open, and going into the O exercise, I was like, oh, this is cake. It felt so natural.
A lot of food analogies today.
Yes.
Pizza, cake, yeah. Okay, next.
Also. Alrighty, everybody stand with me. We are going to start by breathing in through our nose very deeply
breathe out, we're gonna move our lips like a horse, like this. Okay, everyone do it fast. Do it again. Okay, now this time when we breathe out, we're gonna roll our R's. Can everybody do that? Okay, try it this time. Now do it again. All right, now we're gonna try to do both at the same time. And it's gonna be weird, but you're gonna feel a lot of movement in your face. Ready? Go. One more time. Great job. Okay, so next we are going to hum the C scale up and down. Okay, we'll go all the way up and all the way back down. We're gonna hum it with the HMM syllable, so and your tongue's gonna be kind of behind your teeth. 1, 2, ready, go. Good job. This time we're going to do it again, but this time with an E. And then we're going to repeat the top note, and when we go back down, we're going to do an ah. The ah is going to give you more of your chest voice, and the E is going to be more in your head. So let's go ahead and start with the E syllable. 1, 2, ready, go. Good job. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Now we are going to put on some oven mitts. Both our hands, safety first. And we are gonna go ahead and grab out Mom's cookies from the oven for her because she's busy. Let's go ahead and get those out. Oh, we have this fresh tray of hot cookies. Okay, now breathe in from your nose deeply. Now we're gonna say, yum, that smells good. Yum, that smells good. Now we're gonna smell it again and think of opening your throat and your sinuses to get all the cookie in your face. And now say, yum, that smells good, but we're gonna say, yum, that smells good. 1, 2, ready, go. Yum, that smells good. Now we're gonna do it one more time. Do it higher. 1, 2, breathe in. Yum, that smells good. And throw the cookies away. Now we're done.
Well, there's obviously some enjoyment, I think. Clever imagery and the way you put it together. So, what else?
So I really like the flow and the imagery, like Dr. Anderson was saying. The only thing is, depending on the kids you're with, how much experience they have, you might need to demonstrate what you mean by rolled R, because they might not naturally know what a rolled R is.
That's true.
I would also say on a note with those rolled R's, there are people who physically cannot do that.
That's true.
So-
It's kind of just like a loosening up warm up. So even trying is good though. So that's kind of the thing I was doing.
I thought that your warm-ups were extremely creative, and they really helped me like get into it. One thing is like with the ascending scale, that was great. I got confused though because you were like describing what to do, and I was like, okay. And then you went, got on the right pitches because you can say my pitches. And I was like, wait, is it legato or is it staccato? Okay. And so something, and this is something with the other form that you did that you described very well in detail. It would be faster for you and more easily understandable if you just did it and then say yeah and then you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. The manner in which we give the regardless of what you say verbally, is gonna be the way they'll articulate it. I mean, if I go, hey, let's sing it really legato and smooth, and then I go, that's what they'll do. So, that's good. Yeah.
So I actually loved that. You were engaging and you were fun without being like so fun that it was out of control and distracting. You know what I mean? Like that was absolutely excellent. The one thing I noticed was that I think what you were doing was trying to show us when to breathe, which is so good. However, I noticed a lot of movement up in the chest, which is really bad for singing. And because that's what we're seeing, that's what we're gonna do. Like I noticed myself doing that. It's gonna really clamp off our breathing a little bit. So doing something else to show us when to breathe, I think will be more effective for what you're trying to do. That was excellent.
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, you created a situation where we kind of wanted to please you, or just get involved. I did. I found myself and so what Ryan Gree is saying is doubly true. We're also going to imitate every physical thing you do. But that was really effective, really effective. So we'll continue with this on Thursday. We're going to get everybody through. And what will help is if, Haley says, I'll go, and other people say, I'll go right now. I mean, there could be some sort of cage matches to get up here. But we got through about a third of the class today, which is good. And we had every single one of you was successful in, getting into the foundation. And hopefully you're kind of discovering now, well, it's not so difficult. It's not, as they say, rocket science. You may be uncomfortable or more comfortable with it depending upon your background. But I do think it helps to have that instrument up there a little bit. But creativity is impressive. So thanks, and we'll just keep going. I'm going to finally give you that, and in fact, Brandon, I want to give you this book. I think you were the only one that didn't get it. Or did I already give this to you? Okay. And these are from the sight reading session from the ACDA conference a few years ago. And you won't need to, I think I have 9 of them, but I'll give you the list with the YouTube link for each one that's on the list. I'll put the title and the YouTube link under it. And then you can literally go to that link and watch it and hear a choir singing that particular arrangement. Note for note. I mean, it's the exact same piece. And then I'll give you more instructions about, how we're going to start evaluating these things. And anyway, I think that'll be a really easy way for you to get that little requirement out of the way, which I'll define a little bit. And then along with that, links to YouTube videos that have rehearsals in them of various ages, probably primarily middle school, junior high, high school. And then you can, little snippets, and I'll say, okay, watch from, the timing on you'll have to go to because I probably sometimes will give you something that's either 30 minutes to an hour, or it may be bigger than that. But there may be some specific place in that particular video, where I'll use the time marking, 2:05 to, 10 minutes or something, so that you're not having to search through the whole video. Because I don't have the technology in myself to edit all of these, but I can get you there and give you the time. Okay, so that's what's coming from me, and then we're just going to continue with this on Thursday. Next week is going to be you doing this as your assignment. In other words, you're going to get up and whatever situation we're in, you'll just do your best. Yeah.
With the ACDA booklets and the YouTube links, what are we looking for when we watch those?
Well, that's what I'll tell you.
Cool.
Basically, there will be a Google form that you'll answer the questions and fill it out. But we have to do one together as a model so that you know. And I don't know that I'll have the time to do that on Thursday because of so many people having to do their homework. If we do, it'll take me 3 minutes to go through Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies and then show you how to fill that out.
for a meeting?
Yeah. What
Okay.
time?
Is 9?
Yeah, anytime in the morning.